We go from Brian McCann to the new boss of the Players Association, the first player to take over that, a very high distinction, and we welcome in Tony Clark. Tony, welcome. How are you?
I'm fantastic. How are you doing?
Good. Congratulations.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
We just had one of your players on there who just joined the Yankees. So for a Players Association boss, you don't mind seeing these guys signing for the prices they're signing, that's for sure.
Well, I think, anytime we pay a lot of attention, as you might suspect, to what all happens in the free agent market and having an opportunity for or a system in place for guys to maximize their value in any particular time or any particular offseason is a lot of what we're concerned about. But to say I'm a BMAC fan is an understatement, so I'm looking forward to seeing him out in New York year-round now.
Absolutely, as we have seen a couple of moves from the Yankees, and I think you can tell this year everyone's screaming about the prices being too extreme, so that's music to your ears. You don't have to worry about whether the market is hot right now. It seems to be very hot.
Well, what you appreciate as much as anything is that the institution itself is doing well, and that's a testament to all of those that are involved on the MLB side, on the PA side, all of the players. It's a testament to the fans who enjoy our game and who are coming out and supporting our game. It's just a good time at this point in time to see how well our industry is doing and how the contracts are being situated and positioned this offseason. I think is a telltale to that climate.
You know, everyone considers this kind of a seminal moment now that a player takes over the Major League Players Association, clearly one of the most dominant associations or unions in the United States. A big moment. What does it mean to you to be in charge now?
Well, as much as anything, it is a challenging time. It's personally a very challenging time. Michael Weiner, our executive director, was a friend, an advisor, a mentor of mine as I played, and definitely once I came on board after my playing career. So to have watched and been a part of the challenge that he and his family have endured over the last 15 months with the brain tumor that he fought has been difficult. At this point in time, with the board meeting this week on the heels of Michael's passing last week was a challenge. It was a challenge that the organization did a tremendous job in navigating. It was a challenge, particularly with the decisions that the players needed to make, or at least have discussion on here at the board meeting to get through. And on a personal level, one that I'm simply wanted to be an extension of Michael, and that the vision that he had for our organization was the one that I bought into when I came on board a handful of years ago, and one that's going to continue here moving forward.
Talking with Tony Clark, the new MLBPA Executive Director. Another thing that's come up in the last couple of days, Tony, is in regard to a couple of the players who served suspensions and then have signed fairly lucrative contracts, which has felt wrong to a lot of the fans. They voiced that, wait a second, this doesn't seem right. Now, that's more an owner issue than it is your issue. Do you have any thoughts about that and whether that is something that sits well, that a guy can sit a suspension and sign a big contract a couple of months later?
If we weren't in a world where a player would have an opportunity to sign a contract on the free market against the backdrop of whatever owner would like to have him on his ball club after serving whatever suspension that was in place, the penalty having already been served, then we wouldn't be much of a union in protecting his rights. The players that were involved in biogenesis, at least the ones with respect to the penalties or that serve suspensions, have an opportunity, as anybody else does, particularly in the world of free agency, where they are free agents, to see if there's going to be an opportunity for them to play for another club, having served their suspensions already. That time served is important. If they didn't have that time served, or if there were continued beliefs that they were doing things that they shouldn't be doing, then I am pretty confident that their opportunity to find another job would be hindered on some level. So I'm hopeful that everyone appreciates the program that is in place, the idea that those who may have done something they shouldn't have done were penalized, and after that penalty has been served, are moving forward.
Do you feel that there's any more that has to be done in terms to the drug testing and the issue that going forward? Are you comfortable with where it is now, or do you think there has to be even more teeth put into the process?
You know what's great, Mike, is and I know you're aware, is the one big difference with the joint drug agreement over the collective bargaining agreement is that the collective bargaining agreement is negotiated in the year that it needs to be negotiated, and then for the term of that agreement, it stays closed with the issues to be addressed the next time you sit down once it expires. The joint drug agreement is one. We're recognizing there are always adjustments to what is going on in the quote-unquote drug world that we may need to adjust to. And those adjustments may come in all kinds of different ways. But the opportunity to address any concerns that players may have and or clubs may have, we can do so with an opportunity to open that negotiation at the end of the season. Having said that, here at our board meeting, over a number of topics, over a number of days, the joint drug agreement being one of them, we've had an opportunity to talk through any number of things. And the player concern is always the same. Deterrent and catching the guys who are doing things that they aren't supposed to be doing. And that's what the group is committed to. They were committed to it here. We'll have more conversations with the guys and try and determine if there's an opportunity here to negotiate any changes and then what those changes may be.